What is going on, traders? Welcome back to the Traveling Trader. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 8 stocks under $8 that I'm looking at currently. A lot of you seem to like those penny stock videos and stocks that are relatively cheap, rightfully so, because it allows you to maximize your profits on a minimal capital investment. And luckily for you, there are tons of stocks right now that I think are good buys for different reasons. I will go through what those reasons are, what my thesis is for each of these 8 stocks. So you definitely want to stick around to the end. And if you want access to all of our trades, link is in the description below. And yes, I do send out my trade alerts before I actually make videos on them. You would have gotten early on stocks like ZOM, BNGO, High Tide, Solar Integrated Roofing, as well as more expensive stocks like Palantir, CCIV, etc. The list goes on. You definitely want to sign up. We have over 3,500 traders in our group talking strategy, stocks, options all day. So sign up, link is in the description. And if you get anything out of this video, leave it a big fat thumbs up just like this. Leave it in the comment section below. Let me know which one of these stocks you are actually in or which ones you are looking forward to trading. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Stock number 1 that I'm going to be talking about is Naked Brand Group. A lot of you are familiar with this. The ticker symbol is NAKD. Now, why am I looking at Naked Brand Group? Well, it's not so much that I believe in their fundamentals, but there are 3 main reasons. One, they just had a share offering on February 1st, so a few days ago. It is one of the most heavily shorted stocks right now, especially in the penny stock category. You see here that 44%, it has 44% short interest. Really, for me, anything over 20% and the alarm bells start going off because it is a potential short squeeze. So we have the offering, we have the short interest, and then also from a technical perspective, it retraced back down to the 21 EMA after that offering. And as we see time and time again, especially if you're a fan of this channel, that when stocks, penny stocks specifically, when they do offerings and they retrace back down to the 21 EMA, we usually see them continue their momentum and their rally from then on. So this is a pretty low risk entry because you could set your stop limit below the 21 EMA. So this is more of a swing trade for me. And for those reasons listed, I like Naked Brands. All right, stock number 2, if you're familiar with penny stocks, you're probably familiar with this, Sensasonics Holdings, ticker symbol SENS. And the reason that I like this, again, another penny stock that did an offering recently, they raised their offering to $100 million. That offering is done. It is creating this pennant here, which is a bullish pennant, right? So you expect the continuation to break out from the bullish pennant and continue a rally. And then from a fundamental perspective, like I said, if you're familiar with this company, you already know this, but the company believes that it has a breakthrough product, specifically in the area of glucose monitoring. Sales in 2021 are expected to increase by 186% to 13 million, which shows obviously massive growth. And it continues to be one of the most voluminous penny stocks on the market with a ton of daily volume. Okay, stock number 3 on the list is BIOLASE, ticker symbol BIOL. This is a leading manufacturer and seller in dental laser systems. And as you can see, their sales here, pretty consistent all across the board, not showing a ton of growth, but does show a ton of consistency, somewhere between the range of $30 to $50 million a year in sales. Now, on February 5th, after market close, they did announce an offering. So I will likely be waiting to see how this plays out on Monday. But again, it is forming a flag or a pennant here, which is a bullish sign. And you could see that the momentum oscillators are starting to curl up. We did pop out of the flag. You could have essentially bought the breakout here, but I want to see how the offering is going to affect the stock price, because if we do get a drop again, then I will look for support at the 21 EMA at around $1 and definitely enter BIOLASE at that point. Okay, stock number 4 on this list is Vaxart, VXRT. Now, Vaxart is aiming to produce the first oral vaccine for COVID-19. And they did come out with some preliminary results from their oral vaccine, but the market did not like it. If you look at this, the stock tanked something like 60 to 70%. It tanked, I'll tell you exactly right now. Let's see, it tanked, almost 70%. It is currently sitting at the 50-day moving average. In my view, this is an overreaction, and there is a great buying opportunity here. I would be happy to buy Vaxart at a 70% drop. Part of the reason why is if you look at the actual report, there is not much that is negative there. It just talks about the efficacy of the drug, but we have to remember this is preliminary phase 1 data. This is not final data. And two, the vaccine itself was well tolerated with no severe adverse effects or events. So in my view, this is an overreaction, which does happen, especially after a stock runs so hot. These overreactions can induce a round of panic selling and profit taking as well. But then it starts to snowball, and you see an effect like this. It's actually very common in the markets, especially around hype stocks that have a lot of momentum surrounding certain events that are going on at the moment, like the pandemic. So happy to buy Vaxart here. We'll set a stop limit at around 620, maybe a little bit below the 200 MA to give it some room to breathe, but happy to pick it up again at a 70% discount. All right, stock number 5 is BLSP, or Blue Sphere Corporation. Now, this stock, because it is OTC and they are not required actually to report earnings, although it is good if companies do. We don't have any recent earnings on them after 2018. But part of the reason why I like this is the price, right? It's 0.018, meaning just under 2 cents. And the technical setup here, where it continues to form these bullish pennants and then break out from them. This is a very bullish sign. So we do have this recent continuation pattern, another pennant, and I do expect another breakout from here. Now, BLSP is in the green energy sector, and it looks to turn waste into usable energy. And what I do like is, from what they reported, in 2016, they had revenues of 600K. And in 2017, that turned into 3.8 mil. And I would love to see what the revenues look like now. However, the fact that it's clean energy, it's at a low price of under 2 cents, and it has a technical setup that is ripe for a breakout, I'm excited to get into BLSP, which is, to me, pretty low risk. Obviously, don't go crazy on it, but I don't mind entering with a setup like that. Okay, 3 more to go. Stock number 6 on the list, I actually alerted in our private trading group, and on Friday, it had a 33% gain. But in my view, it's still not too late, especially in light of some news that just came out while I'm recording this. But High Tide, which is a cannabis company based out of Canada, the ticker symbol is HITIF. This is sitting at around 62 cents a share at the moment. You could see the bullish momentum and the technical setup here, but it looks like the Democrats are going to soon fast track cannabis legalization. Chuck Schumer said, "I had a great meeting yesterday with Senator Booker and Ron Wyden and leading marijuana justice groups from across the country to strategize about working together to end the federal prohibition on marijuana and repair the damage done to communities by the war on drugs." And you could see this op-ed here just came out, I think it was yesterday, on CNBC, talking about how investors and traders like us are in a position to ride the legislative tailwinds from what I just discussed. Again, it looks like it's going to be sooner rather than later, and I'm talking about federal legalization in this case. All right, stock number 7 is also out of Canada. Ticker symbol TGB stands for Taseko Mines. This is a copper mining stock. And what I like about this company, besides the fact that they have 703 employees as a penny stock, which is outrageous, you typically don't see this with penny stocks, but they essentially mine for copper, gold, niobium, and silver deposits. Obviously, gold and silver being always valuable, but copper being an essential metal in EV batteries. And from a fundamental perspective, they see their EBITDA more than doubling this year. They also have a copper project in Arizona, so it's not just Canada. And they just did a $325 million offering. And as you know, I love taking advantage of the dips after the offering. You could see here that the stock dipped to the 100-day moving average after offering. This was actually a perfect time to buy if it was on your radar. However, I don't mind getting in here for the long term. This to me is a long-term hold, not just a swing trade. It's currently sitting at around $1.35. All right, stock number 8 also takes advantage of the clean energy and the EV revolutions. And this stock is called Westport Fuel Systems, Inc., WPRT. Is this out of Canada too? Yes, it's out of Vancouver, BC. 1,294 employees. Wow, a lot of great companies out of Canada. I think at least 3 of the companies on this list were out of Canada. But what is such a big deal about Westport Fuel Systems? Well, they have a joint venture with Cummins Inc. And moreover, Amazon recently just solicited them for hundreds of natural gas trucks. Now, this is obviously a stab in the heart to whoever that clown is that runs Hyliion. But it is a great investment opportunity for us because WPRT, while that name has been thrown around, it is not as I guess, famous as Workhorse or Hyliion or some of these other companies that are known for EV trucks. Well, I won't even mention Nikola. So WPRT could be an early entry here because it is still sitting at around $8.65. Now, I know this is technically not under $8, but I'm going to throw it in here anyway because I do think it is a great investment. Now, if Amazon ordered hundreds of these trucks, you can imagine that there might be more retailers that are willing to follow. And if Amazon likes what they see, well, they're going to need thousands of trucks, not hundreds of trucks. So I'm very bullish on WPRT, obviously, unless something goes awry with the trucks themselves, if they're mechanically dysfunctional or just not as efficient. But you know, that's, you make an investment in a new sphere based on the hope and speculation that things will work out. So right now, an EV stock, well, not really an EV stock, but a clean or alternative fuel vehicle stock that is under $10 is unheard of in today's market. So I think this is a good early entry. Shout out to those who got this at $1 or below. Anyway, guys, there you have it. 8 stocks under $8 that I'm looking at for 2021 and beyond. Sign up if you want access to our trading group where I'll send out all of these trades, including the ones that have options on them. I'll definitely be doing options trades on those as well. Let me know in the comment section below which one of these you are trading or looking forward to trade. Hit that thumbs up if you got anything out of this video. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Stay safe out there, traders. Peace.